Good evening, everyone. It's just Damien. I'm going to be discussing tonight's video some of my plans and some of my updates and a bit about what's happening with me lately and where I'm at with things. I don't know if I mentioned in my last video that I was supposed to have a ride in Aston Martin Saturday coming up, but plans fell through due to Stockton Council stopping it for health and safety reasons. I was supposed to have a ride in Aston Martin at Stockton Car Show due to health and safety reasons. The council have cancelled it, and I find it a bit stupid, to be honest. However, that's the thing with me. I get offered opportunities, and I wait to hear back from people, and at the end of the day, they fall through and they never work, so to speak. I am still going to go to the event on the morning at Stockton Car Show on the 4th of April. I have still got VIP tickets for early entry at 9 o'clock in the morning. Basically, so I'm going to be going to the event and possibly meeting my brother and possibly meeting my cousin, and his girlfriend, and we're going to go for some lunch and spend the day together as well. So I'm looking forward to that. However, as the saying goes, one door closes, another door opens. Basically, 17th of August, the people that were organising Stockton Car Show and going to organise the Aston Martin ride with me, basically have contacted me back, and they said how sorry they were and I've been invited to Wynyard Hall for riding Aston Martin. This time it's on private grounds. So I've been invited for a ride in Aston Martin round Wynyard Hall, and I've got two formal VIP tickets for the formal evening ball and evening celebrations at the end. So yeah, it can't get much better than that, really. It's a lot better than having a ride in Aston Martin on Stockton High Street, because it's a luxury hotel, luxury estate, and we've got the formal ball tickets and formal room tickets at the end. So it's something that I'm looking forward to, and I have, however, had to book into the hotel for the night. That way, we don't have to worry about going on. That way, we don't have to worry about someone coming to pick us up after the ball and celebrations. But it's a posh hotel, you see. Wynyard Hall do, however, have rooms allocated to the JPC Community Farm project for the 17th of August, and you get the room at a discounted rate as well. I did struggle to get a room for the hotel, to be honest, because they were fully booked up when you'd hall, but having spoken to the people that run JPC Farm and JCP events, having spoken to that, you had to say that the room was that you require a room, and it's through JPC Community Farm and event. So I'd been trying to phone my mum, on Saturday, to discuss the arrangements and discuss the allocations with her, and what's happening. And she said, if I want to book it, because opportunities don't come like this very often. I didn't even go to my school prom really, because they said if I do go, they bully me while I'm there. So I didn't really go to my school prom, and because of that, and it's a luxury event, luxury hotel, and the hotel rooms that were provided for the JPC Community Farm project were discounted, and a special rate for the event providers. And I did have a slight problem booking the room. Basically, I needed a twin room because I don't share a bed with anyone. Not even I don't even have a partner to share a bed. And to be honest, it's not really appropriate sharing a bed with my mother or father, really, if whoever goes with me to the event. So I asked, have you got any twin rooms available? And they said, we don't have any twin rooms available for that night. However, they've let us have one of the most luxurious bridal suites, one of the most luxurious bridal suites and executive suites at the same room rate, and they're going to put a Z bed, camping bed style thing in there for one of us to sleep on. My mum was 60 a couple of weeks ago, and she said if she's going with me, she's getting the big bed. But I think she's getting the camping bed, to be honest, because I was invited to the event and I've paid for it also. I've paid for the whole room and everything, and you do get a breakfast included, but the room normally retails about £300 a night. So yeah, so there's that. I've got a couple of things lined up tomorrow with Drive Vox, so they're going to show me more around my car and the features of it. So I'm looking forward to that. I've got a Corsa D limited edition and piano black interior, and the only problem is the car's bronzy orange and and the radiator vents inside are orange as well. So I really wanted to get the vents painted to get it to blend in with the interior, so it looks nicer on the eye and looks nicer on the interior. I'd had a word with my insurance providers about it, because they do say any mods and that you have to inform your insurance, but they said they wouldn't charge me any extra or anything for doing it, but they put a note on the system. But the bloke I was speaking to through the insurance said if it was his vehicle, he'd most likely have done the same thing as me. So I email Drive Vauxhall last week about getting them sprayed. I said if I drop them in, if I can get someone to get the vents off for me and drop them in, will you be able to do them on the side for a bit cheaper? For vents, like the vent rings in the Corsa D limited edition, um, to get sprayed, £78 I was looking at, which was including all the VAT and everything. So 78 quid. I was like, I spoke to my mum and she said they're taking the piss out of me. So I'd been looking at gel covers to go over the vents. £7.99 for two, so going to be about £15.98 for the pair of gel covers. However, I'd been looking at different options and that still, and the block I've used before for bodywork has said he can paint them for £10 for all four. So my mum said to just do that, and it's going to look professional at the end of the day, and it's going to be a better result at the end of the day as well. I've used, to be honest, £78 from the main dealer. I think my mum did say they're taking the piss because I'd was involved in a hit and run last year, as some of you may remember from the videos, and I got drove into, and the bloke I'm with now only charged me about £80 for that repair to my car, which was a bigger job than 4 vent rings. So yeah, I'm going to get them professionally done, and hopefully it's going to take my eye off the interior a bit and take the edge off it a bit. I'm just doing subtle mods to tidy it up a bit, really. Not going to do any modifications like to the engine or anything for power or anything. I'm thinking about, once the exhaust goes on it, to get a stainless steel exhaust, not a performance one or anything, something as close to factory fresh as possible, but in stainless steel. That way it'll last longer and it'll look nicer as well, and it won't rust. Yeah, so yeah, I've got a couple of things lined up, as I say, with different organisations and that, but I need to be doing possibly more things during the week that are structured, because I don't want to end up having another meltdown like I've had done in the past, and I just need something set and structured, in a structured routine. I did email a couple of people regarding voluntary work and that, my social worker gave me her details. However, there's been no response or anything back from this lady yet, and there's been no response from my social worker, Kelly Durham, about this week. because she did say she wanted to meet up this week. But I'm 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 still not 100%, but I'm still getting ups and downs, and I don't want to lose everything that I've earned, and basically everything that I'm trying to learn. I don't want to back up my parents, and to be honest, I'm feeling a bit better about things, and I'm just waiting to get things a bit more settled and a bit more structured at the end of the day. And basically, I've had a couple of ups and downs, but I'm getting I'm getting a few more opportunities coming again. As I say, but I need to find more opportunities during the week where I can do a bit of voluntary work or training or something where it's a bit more structured and it's a bit more longer as well. And yeah, a bit more structured and longer as well. So I've been busy regarding these things as well, and I've emailed the estate agents today to see if they can send me over, see if they've got any spare any of the information for the flat, like the brochures or any of the for sale cards, to see if I can have one. Basically, I'm going to find it easier for a couple of jobs I want to do around the flat. To be honest, I'm going to find it a lot easier because I'm wanting to put some lino down in the bathroom to match the kitchen. Plus, the flooring in the bathroom at the moment is laminate, and it's going to end up lifting, and it's going to end up lifting, and it's going to end up bubbling from underneath. So, it makes it easier having the brochures with me, so I can say, when I go into carpet shops or flooring shops, that this is the room, this is the brochure, this brochure's got the sizes in, and they can work it out from there. So that kind of thing, yeah, it's going to make it easier for me and a lot easier in the long run to have a couple of things lined up. So yeah, I had a gas leak the other week. Not last week, the week before. My mum's birthday, the 18th of March. I was looking at the boiler. No, the meter readings. I was looking at the meter readings to do the meter report for the week before. No, on the Monday I was doing the meter readings to send off to my provider, and then on the first, for some reason, I had to I was checking again for some reason, but the boiler hadn't been on, and I'd seen the meter readings, in the cupboard on the meter changing slightly, and I knew the boiler hadn't been on for them days, so I phoned Northumbrian gas out, and they came, and I could smell gas as well. They came, and within about 40-50 minutes, and they changed the main gas valve that's coming into the house. No, the main gas valve where you turn the gas on and off, they've changed that, and the leak was coming from was coming from the main pipe leading into the flat. So they've fixed that, definitely they fixed it, and it was a bit of a pig finding the leak and trying to fix it. But the problem was at the end trying to get my boiler to light up. I've got an old boiler, over 20-year-old, I think, possibly, and they said he said that he said that I think he was trying for about half an hour to an hour trying to light it, and he couldn't get it lit. So he says to contact the estate agents because the lady about the house, the flat off, the Garthwaite, I think, she had the boiler pressure test and gas tested and everything in February, and I hadn't used the boiler that much, and because it's in her name because of confidentiality, they wanted it contacted for the estate agent, and then the estate agent told me to contact my solicitor. So I contacted the people that did my boiler, and they say that they told Ashley when they checked it that they don't think the boiler's going to last much longer, and that they got the boiler back on then, but they told her they didn't want it. They told her it might not last much longer and need ideally replacing in the long run. However, she had it. However, this was the 26th of February. I think I got the keys on the 28th of February. So yeah. So basically, there was no point in her getting the boiler done because I was moving in that week. So yeah, I phoned them, and they said, and I went in. I phoned him on the Tuesday night last week, and I rang again on the Tuesday morning, and he explained what he said, and I said I can't get the boiler to light, and he said no, it was the Wednesday night I rang him. It was Wednesday night I rang him, and I said I can't get the boiler to light, and he said explain the situation. He said they might send someone. He said he'll ask the person that did it about it. So he asked them, and they've explained what I've just said. So he did that, and then on the Wednesday, I rang again because I hadn't heard back. And he said I didn't think you wanted someone to come round and check it. And I'm like, what? I've rang because there was a fault with my boiler and I can't get it lit. Of course, I want someone around to check it. So yeah, I've rang it. I rang him and they said they'll try to send someone around to took my details off me. However, they never contacted me back, and I managed to get the boiler light lit first time that day. After all carry on I'd had, it lit for first time, and I have been looking into boiler grant schemes and that saying we'll give you a free boiler. You can qualify for a free boiler. But they're not free. It's a bit of a scam at the end of the day because this place said they said I've qualified for a free boiler, but they wanted over £1,200 off me. But I'm looking into things. The boiler's working at the moment. I'm possibly going to need a new one by Christmas. I would like to get one by the end of the year, and hopefully have a nice boiler by then. And just looking at different routes and a bit of different options because I'm going to need to start saving up for a boiler. And possibly with it being a council flat as well. It's privately owned by me, but the leasehold's with the council. So with it being a council flat, but with it being a council flat, I'm gonna have to get someone corgi registered to do it. I can't get my dad or anyone to do it that I know because it's gas safe, gas this, gas that. But I managed to get the boiler alight and to stay on. To be honest, yeah. So yeah, it's a nice flat, 2 bedrooms. I'm in the bigger bedroom, but I don't know whether I move into the little bedroom or not because you can't hear you snoring from down below at night. But yeah, it's a lovely flat, and it's 2 bedrooms, kitchen, bathroom, living room, and it's nice. It's within walking distance of my mum and dad's, and it's in a nice area, and it's nice. As I say, it did take 9 weeks from finding out I could get a mortgage until getting the keys. Exactly 9 weeks from finding out I could get a mortgage. Still looking at properties and buying one, and I got the key. The key's about 9 weeks later. Normally release sold it's 11 to 16 weeks at least. But as I say, as I say, as I say, as I say, it should normally take 11 to 16 weeks, roughly. But it's all been sorted and this and that. Bought this last night. iPhone case. They've gone up in price, the industrial ones, since I started using them. That's a bit loose. That's a bit loose. But I might take the one off my old one, off my old case, to see if it helps a bit better, because it's basically the exact same case. And my other case, what I bought, was £7.99 or something. I don't know if it was £7.95 or something, but the cases are good. Basically, I've dropped this phone loads, and it's still like brand new. It's an iPhone SE. However, the main difference between this case and the other one is where your finger button goes. That was just plastic on the other one, but this looks like it's stainless steel or aluminium. And this case as well came with a lanyard, are they called, or lances, what you can put your wrist in. But I didn't find that in the box until actually I got the case together, and I got the case together, yeah. So basically, it's a bit of a pig to fit, because you have to clean the screen and everything. So yeah, what had happened was, the do chip as well if you drop them, because my other one had loads of chips in. That's the main problem. The paint does tend to chip a lot on them, and that's one of the biggest downfalls of that. And also, there's another downfall as well. A bit of negativity about these types of phone cases. What I'm going to get into in a minute, but as I say, the reason I bought this, basically, I've been having problems with my phone case, and this is been having problems with my other phone case. I've had phone cases before, like this. The very first one I had was a better design, but some people may argue that this is a better design. The other one had a rubber button where the fingerprint scanner goes. Where your fingerprint scanner goes. However, you can't use your fingerprint. But I preferred the rubber button, to be honest. Really, because of, if you spill something on this case, moisture gets in behind there, and you've got to take off the full case. You've got to take off the full case surround, and you've got to clean your phone screen again, and clean the phone screen and that. However, the problem was with my other case, I've done this too many times now. The vent for the screen protector for the earpiece had came off, and one of the vents that came off at the bottom, and it was a pig. It was a pig getting them to stay back in. And then the problem was with that case. The problem was with that case as well. The problem was last night whenever you pressed your finger on any part of the screen protector, it kept going a funny colour and it kept going a bit weird. So kept going like bleeding, if you get what I mean. So went to Asda, I've seen some robust cases on the grocery site, and I was going to get on the Asda store, and I was going to get one of these cases. To be honest, but I got there and they didn't have the case on the shelf or anything. So I thought I'd get some sellotape and some super glue and try to fix it that way. But I sort of took the case. I took the screen protector off the metal bit and tried to super glue it in. Then it went all a weird colour, and that if I should have got my dad to do it, but my dad's busy at the moment. So I should have got my dad to do it really. In hindsight, I should have, but there was no time, and I'm going to this event on Saturday, and I need my phone when I carry it out. And if I end up dropping it, yeah, it's not going to be like new anymore. So, and iPhones and that, if they do get dropped, I know the screens are brittle and the screens can break a lot. Most people I know that have iPhones, if they've dropped it, the screens go funny on them. So, yeah, makes your phone a lot heavier, this. But another thing I don't like, as I say, that's a bit loose, but see, headphone adapter there. I don't know why really they've got that in with this type of case, because it just falls out, doesn't even work. Right, with this lead, like slightly different. Yeah, the headphones don't fit in properly. That's the problem. So that's why I've had to buy one of these adapters for this type of case, really. So it just goes in here, and that's how I get my music. So I could get a different type of case, and it's not as thick as this, but but it'll knacker me phone up if I did get a different case so I could use all the features and that on it. As I say, I'm not happy with the headphone slot adapter. That's that. And I'm not happy as well that that's got a hole in. But if you do make these cases, and see what I mean, you're going to be more better to get that basically just cover it up. It doesn't work anyway, so yeah, it'll save you money, possibly a couple of p or something. But yeah, so that's phone case review. Yeah, so that's the review for that. I don't know if I don't know or something. My phone. Yeah, so basically I've done that, and that's sorted. However, yeah, for them issues and that, and I've been on a couple of dating sites and that today, Facebook. Not really found anyone yet, so to speak. I've not really found anyone or met anyone that wants to share an interest with me. A lot of people are saying post on dating sites, not buy sell swap groups, but at the end of the day, I've posted on Facebook on dating sites, since 16, 17, so about at least 10 years now I've been on dating sites and they've not worked for me. I'm 29 now and never had a date on any of them. Or met anyone. I'm getting to be a man now anyway, so nearly 30. So yeah, as I say, I've never dated, and I would like to meet someone. And as I do say that I like feminine women that express the femininity in a feminine way, and I'm also attracted to transgendered women as well, because I find transgendered women express the femininity more in a feminine way than some cis-born women. However, I do like to I do like for a woman to still look like a woman and to still look natural in themselves. And I just think sometimes surgery and Botox, that kind of thing, just makes you look worse sometimes than what you actually look like. So for me, it's natural beauty that I'm attracted. For me, it's natural beauty I prefer, but I want someone to be naturally feminine, femininely beautiful, if you get what I mean. There was a story of transgendered lady that was in the news article paper a long time ago. We used to chat, but she didn't want to talk to me ever again. But she's also gave me a bit of abuse. However, Cindy Jackson, she's called, but she's from Leeds, by the way. But you look at her now, and all the surgery that she's had done, she looks worse now than at the start of the transition and the start of the transitioning process. And I just thought some of the older newspaper article pictures from years ago, she looked a lot better when she was starting the transitioning process rather than all this surgery or anything. It's just my thoughts and opinions, but I just honestly think that sometimes with women and sometimes with transgendered women, especially, I just think that sometimes with women and sometimes with transgendered women, especially, they feel pressured and they feel pressured by society in trying to look beautiful into getting these surgeries and getting like Botox and that. I just feel like a lot of people now, like especially that have body dysphoria, I just find that they feel pressured into getting surgery and Botox and that when they don't need it, and they just make themselves look worse than they actually are or were. And also I do feel like a lot of transgendered women as well are pressured into getting the surgery because society says they need to be this way, they need to act that way, then you need these bits. But there's too many risks involved, really, and it's not what you're born with that's inside your pants that makes you the person. It's not what's between your legs that makes you the person. It's what comes from here, from within, from inside, and from within your heart, and that makes you the person that you want to be and makes you who you are, not what society says or what's in your pants. Basically, yeah, it's not what society. It's not what society tells you. It's what you believe you are. That's the most important thing. And yeah, I've been following the F1 recently. Good season so far. Mercedes are dominating it again. And Ferrari are making some mistakes. And Bottas has improved his game a lot since last year. And I do strongly believe that Mercedes should let the drivers race. Use one team order. Just let your drivers race and race hard. Guys, you need to race and you need to race hard. So that's what we need to see in motorsport. I want to see Bahrain, like 2014, Lewis Hamilton, Nico Rosberg battling it out. And that was one of the greatest ever races to watch, to be honest. I do like watch the highlights for that race in particular. Yeah, um, I'm feeling a bit better in myself and starting to make these videos again. I do it to help me and do it to help others like myself as well. And whatever I say in these videos, do not take them as literal. It's my opinion and my thoughts and my beliefs only, and it's not factual. And if I've hurt anyone, I'm sorry. It's my thoughts, beliefs, and opinions at the end of the day. It's a little disclosure that I'd like to add in, basically, and I, I would like to make that clear. And yeah, yeah, I would like to try to meet alas, for going to the event with in August. I've got slightly just over 3 months. To try to find someone and to try to go with him. At the end of the day, I'm staying I'm staying in a luxury hotel room with a formal meal and with and riding Aston Martin, and it's going to be a formal luxury event at the end of the day. And I would like to share these thoughts and beliefs with people and with someone special. If it's happening to me, I'd rather share it with someone special than my mother. I just feel like it's going to be a bit more romantic in that way. And there's nothing up with my mom, but it's going to be a bit more romantic that way as well. So I don't even know if if my mum will be able to go to that event with me. First thing on the morning, that's going to be the problem getting up there because we might have to be there for 9 o'clock. However, they're going to see Ed Sheeran in Leeds the night before. So yeah, what I might stay with my cousin, sorry, on the Friday, and then go up to the event with him on the Saturday, and then meet my mum there for the formal proceedings on the night. But it's expensive for a drink. £5 nearly for the pint, £4.80 for the pint. So yeah, I won't be getting too many sherbets by the end of that night. They might put free champagne on, and I don't know what sort of meal you get either. So maybe 3 courses, 2 courses. I don't know, but I'm looking forward to it, and I'm feeling better in myself that I'm getting a few opportunities on the way, and I'm feeling a lot more happy in myself as well. Yeah, if I look tired, I keep waking up during the night. Especially last night, I was on my tablet, um, Lenovo Tab 3. Um, I was on my tablet and it was on the floor. I had it on the floor and I was watching it on the floor. Before I went to bed, I was watching King of the Hill, Hank Hill, Peggy, and that it's really good. I've been watching that, and the charger cable for the wall for it isn't long enough to reach the bed, so I was trying to sort that out, and that was the best way I could watch it really. So I was watching that, and then I got up about 4:28, 4:29. Might have been a different time. I don't know. That's the time I recall on my phone. Switched the main electrics off at the wall again because we were charging overnight, and I went to back into this bed. So basically, I am feeling a bit tired for that, should I say, and then I find it hard dozing back off to sleep as well. Really, and yep. So got a couple of things lined up, as I say. So basically, I'm feeling a bit happier in myself, and I've got a bit more structure and beliefs. But I do need to do something during the week that's a bit more structured, where I'm getting out meeting people and meeting people that I enjoy being in company with, and they want to be with me for me. Basically, I'm 29 years old, and I've never really been intimate with anyone, but yeah, but I'd like to be, and I'd like to find someone that I can share my life with and share this experience with. I've got just over 3 months to try to sort this out, but I'm going to give it my best shot, and I'm going to keep trying. And if I don't find anyone, um, if I don't find anyone, it's not the end of the world. But I am going to start looking into doing more voluntary work, and to try to get my life back on track, so I can hopefully meet someone that I can take to the dance, so to speak. Yeah, I did start. I did try to join a dating agency a couple of weeks ago, and there had no appointments. So I was supposed to have an appointment. I was supposed to have an appointment with them on Tuesday last week. However, the appointment was at 1, and I was stood outside the office from about 20 past 12, quarter past 20 past 12 till about 20 to 2. There was no answer on the intercom and no answer on the phone. That I phoned up about this, that I phoned up about the dating agency, and I phoned up as well. The people that own the office block, and they said they've had problems getting through to people before, and they've had problems getting through to people before from that company, and they don't respond to calls and that often. So they did say they'd phone me back to make me another appointment. However, they haven't. And my mum was getting a bit suspicious. Apparently, he'd messaged me later that night or the next day, I can't remember, and said that the lady that was supposed to be seeing me, her son, had broke his arm. His son had broke his arm at school or something, and she had to pick him up. And he messaged me back and said it's unlike when he's sorry and he can't get hold of the lady, and it's unlike her for her to behave in this way. So my mum thinks it's a bit funny, and it's a bit of a scam, because who in the right mind would leave work and not inform your boss of the situation, not even if it's and not inform your boss of the situation, not even by a text, at least a text or voicemail or something. You wouldn't, would you? So my mum thinks it's a bit of a scam. I think it's a bit of a scam. What also said set alarm bells off was they said they got a big masquerade ball in Crofts Bar Hotel in Croft-on-Tees near Darlington in May, sorry, and I've phoned the hotel and they said they've got no events booked with smart dating or whatever, so I think it's a bit fishy and a bit suspicious, so I'm just going to have to try to find things the old-fashioned way, because it was an old-fashioned dating agency type of thing, and it could have been the slightest thing. It could have been the thing that could have helped me and something that I needed. And I did say in my last video that it will most likely be something that I need to help me get back on track and about this opportunity, but I don't know if I mentioned the dating agency. I did mention about the dating agency, but I don't know if I mentioned the word dating agency, I'm not sure. But sorry if I have mentioned what it was fully. But yeah, as I say, I thought it would have been typical dating agency where they help you out basically, like an old fashioned type style, but they've been but I've had a bad experience with them so far, and I'm not wanting to pay £120 for the year if I'm going to get messed about and if it's a scam at the end of the day. So I just need to have a bit of reassurance that it's not a scam or something, but I don't know if I've lost the trust in the company or that sort of thing. But at the end of the day, I'm going to be better meeting someone that's natural. I'm going to end up having to meet someone in a natural way, which is by getting out and meeting people. And yeah, it also hurts me as well that I know women that go for guys that are no good for them, get married, then they get divorced, and they get cheated on or beat up. Just hurts me because there's genuine guys out there like me that haven't been given a chance and haven't even met anyone, and they're just wanting to get let off the leads a bit. So that's what I mean. I want to be let off the lead. I want to show a different side to me that no one else has seen. At the end of the day, I can't get romantic with my parents, social worker, or friends, but at the end of the day, I'm feeling a bit better in myself. But it would be nice to to have to have someone to share my life with. At the end of the day, as I say, I didn't really want to buy my first property on my own. I would have liked to have met someone special. However, the problem arises. The problem arises um, that I'm getting old and I might not be able to get a mortgage anymore. And this flat, at the end of the day, this flat um, was in walking distance to my parents, and it was in the right price range and that as well. And if I moved into I went down conventional housing routes to get a flat in this area, you're looking at months to possibly years to get a flat in this area. So, and I wouldn't have got a 2-bedroomed. I would have possibly got a small 1-bedroom one that's a lot smaller than this, and not as nice as this, but this is a nice flat and it was in my price range and I could get a mortgage, so it was cheaper than renting. So basically, yeah, if anyone would like to sponsor me and help me really by donating me some film media filming equipment, then I might be able to get out to be able to film some of the events I'm going to and be able to show you what I'm doing as well. But if I have to, I'll use my phone through for some of it, but I don't know if the quality is going to be any good or anything. But I'd much rather have a camera in my hand and a tripod set up as well. So yeah, every little would help. I would put your name in the credits, and I would do a interview, a review, but a review on how it affects me and how it works for me, like the phone case review I've done. Thank you and goodbye.